The express service in Owen Sound will be closed at the end of February. 11 employees are affected. Some will take early retirement, some will transfer within CN, and for others it means a job hunt. The CNR Express and Freight Shed has stood along First Avenue West for more than 50 years. The shed demolition follows the closing of the local trucked CN Express distribution from this shed in the nearby station. That local express service ended 1 year ago.
The next step will be to make an agreement with the Chamber of Commerce and the Historical Society of the Owen Sound area and turn the key over to them from here.
We are going to produce a rail and marine museum on this location, which to me seems to be terribly apropos because we're right down here on the harbour front. And we are going to start it as soon as possible. In fact, we already have. We've just finished a program of inventory of artifacts in Owen Sound through a Summer Canada program. And we're really excited about what we have found out. And from now on, I'm getting calls, I'm getting suggestions. And from now on, it's a case of keep going, keep the fires burning.
So I take pleasure at this time in calling on Dr. Mitchell to make the presentation.
The major objective is to preserve the many marine and railway artifacts and possessions of citizens across the country relating to the city's unique heritage, also establishing a museum and learning center, and also to provide a meeting place for seniors who are involved in the arts, community service, and historical endeavors.
I would like now to call on Mayor Hobart Jackson.
I feel that these structures, such as this one that we're in right now, is extremely important as we move to the future, and it links us with the past. Without some of these significant buildings, Owen Sound will not have a character of its own. I'd like to congratulate Daphne Johnston, Vernon Clark, Ward Agnew, and the Historic Society, and of course Dr. Gus Mitches and Helen Johnson for helping out.
Now I'd like to call on the president of the Owen Sound Historical Society, Mrs. Daphne Johnson, for a few words.
And thank you and for your support. And I'm sure I can say for myself, and I can speak for the Society and the New Horizon, that I'm sure we will do it, and you will be very proud of us in the end. Thank you.
Thank you. Is it flash? Yes. Well, this is all right. This is good too. You see, this is a good song.
Much later, the first vessels arrived. Side-wheelers like the famous Francis Smith. She was built right here in 1867 and rated the finest passenger vessel of her time on the upper Great Lakes. Of course, passenger traffic was big business here even before Confederation, and competition between shipping lines was intense. So much so, I have read, that at one time a passenger could go from Collingwood to Owen Sound and on to Sault Ste. Marie for just $10. Those were the days, ladies and gentlemen, when ship unloaders in Owen Sound were paid the munificent wage of 10 cents an hour. It is the old Canadian Pacific Railway ships that are best remembered from the middle 1880s. The CP fleet of steamers, the Algoma, the Alberta, the Athabasca among them, including the Manitoba, were built right here at the old Polson Iron Works. Sadly, they were to sail away in 1912 to new fleet headquarters at Port McNicoll. Although, of course, the vessels were to continue to visit Owen Sound as a prime port of call right up to the middle of the Second World War. The first railroad in Owen Sound was part of the Toronto Grey and Bruce, the band of the 31st Battalion, which is perpetuated by the Grey and Simcoe Foresters, played for the occasion, and everyone rejoiced. Rejoicing was relatively short-lived, however. That narrow gauge decision was quickly discovered to have been a false economy because Toronto Grey and Bruce rolling stock could not roll on the tracks of adjoining railroads. Expensive standard gauge tracks were duly laid beginning in 1881, and very soon afterwards the whole operation was taken over by the CPR. In those good old days, there were some pretty impressive speed records. One attracting widespread attention was set in 1876 when the crack Mona Express raced from Toronto to Owen Sound in just 2 hours and 45 minutes. This compared with the regular fast train, which took 7 hours, and the slow train, which took 9 hours from Toronto. Open the Marine and Rail Museum.